Today, let's talk about what we are using for art. Welcome to this House of Walls. My name is Ashley, and I love to talk all things secular homeschooling. The lighting in this room, I just feel like is really funky. I'm in front of a big window. I can't wear my glasses because the reflection, and it's always either like too bright or too dark. We'll figure it out. But in the meantime, I'm going to drink a big cup of coffee. I just finished filming our family subjects video, and I am all set up. So I thought, you know what? Let's do a flip through video about what we are using for art. I have talked extensively about our family subject days and how I have reworked our schedule. If you haven't seen that and you're new here, the link for that is down below. Basically, I have reworked it so that Monday through Wednesday we can get through history and science. Thursday, we tend to not do any schoolwork because we have co-op. And then Friday, I have brought in our family subjects. And that is kind of the chance for us to bring in art, poetry, philosophy, Norse mythology. And we're just really kind of having fun playing around with that. I did a couple of weeks of just kind of pulling together my own art stuff. We did a little bit of Art Hub for Kids. That's always a lot of fun. We did our own little study of Jackson Pollock. Again, lots of fun, but I knew that I needed something just a little bit more in depth, and so I found Blossom and Root. This is part of level 4, and it's 9 profiles in art volume 1. It's just a little PDF. I think I got it on a sale that they were having, and so it was really affordable. And then I just printed it out and bound it all together. There are additional links for this curriculum, so that's up to you if you want to print it. I like having the physical copy in front of me, but then I do also have to pull out my computer and find those links when we get to them. But other than that, I am really enjoying it so far. I picked this type of curriculum because I knew that it would have diverse artists. So many times when there's an artist study, it's extremely Eurocentric or kind of American-centric. But I wanted a really wide, vast diversity of artists. And so far, this has given it to us. So in a second, I'm going to flip the camera around and we'll kind of flip through it and see how we're using it. All right, so here we are. It is not a big curriculum or file. It is part of level 4, but you can buy each part of level 4 individually, which I really appreciate. So let's get into it. So first we have Make It Yours. I love this. I love that it is not like follow each thing to a T. You are free to kind of go off however you want and make it work for you and your family. But each lesson is set up with 3 different steps. So step 1 is a picture study, and that's where you need access to those links to pull up the picture and sit there and talk about it and discuss it. How does it make you feel? Why do you think the artist put it like that? And then step 2 is exploring the artist. So this is a scripted prompt of just kind of reading through kind of some background of the artist. And then step 3 is exploring with art. That's where you are then recreating that art on your own. But you definitely have permission to go off grid. You can add some different kind of music studies with it. And it is set as a 36-week-long program. We are not doing it consecutively over 36 weeks. We have done the first artist, we will do the second artist, and then in the coming school year, we will pick up some of the other artist studies and do them as we want. So here is a list of all of the artists. So again, I love that there are some big varieties of artists, and you can see each one just takes 4 weeks, and you can dive as deep as you want into it. You can add in all kinds of extra books. That's what is on this side are optional book lists. They're not required, but if you want to kind of dive a little bit more deeper into an artist, you have the opportunity to do that. And of course, there is an extensive supply list. You know, it's an art study. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of supplies, and that's okay. I already have kind of tweaked a couple of them. It made it easier to do, and I'll continue to do that. So I did not go and buy like a full supply list. I'm buying these things as needed, and we kind of work from there. And then we are right into week 1, which is Louise Bourgeois. This is the art that is for this week. There are links in the back of all of the things that you will need. So again, you need access to those easily so that you can pull them up and use those links. And then this is that part 1. So we pulled up a picture, talked about it, and discussed it, and then exploring the life of the artist. So I just kind of read through this and we talked about the history of her. I love that there's a quote, so you could absolutely do some kind of copy work or dictation and use this quote. There are some optional books that you can use. Which one did we use? Oh, okay, so we did the video of it being read. I do not recommend this one. It was an interesting video, let's put it that way. It was so distracting with how it was done that we didn't actually pick up on like what the story was about. So I will be going through other links and just seeing like, will this work for us? This one did not. Pulling in some other books, we have this one. So this is Vincent Starry Night and Other Stories, and this has a vast array of artists. They are little short stories, so you can see all of the artists included in this book, and this artist is, let's see, where was she? So here's the one for Louise Bourgeois. They are not long stories at all. They are about 3 pages long and include a lot of pictures. So we like to include this into our artist study. We will do the Leonardo da Vinci one next. And beyond that, I haven't seen if they are in this book, but if they are, we will be using this. I also have quite a few reference books like this. So this is The Arts, a Visual Encyclopedia. It's a DK book. We love DK books. My youngest was using this in Build Your Library Level 3 earlier this year, but we have since set it aside and we're just doing, this other type of artist study. But I would like to be able to pick this up and use it if we are able to in different ways. And then for the exploring with the art, let me pull out what we did. So pretty simple supplies for this one. I will say that the masking tape that we used was too sticky and it pulled off quite a bit of the paper. But this is the one that I created, and so we made a grid with the masking tape. We took white crayons and just created different designs and then watercolored over it. So obviously the watercolor isn't going to stick to where you put the crayon. We liked it. It gave us kind of a different input on art. Like I said, though, it was really annoying then when we were all done and took off the masking tape just to find that it was peeling off a lot of the paper. But, it worked other than that. All right, so then we are on to week 2, and it's the same thing. There's a picture study, exploring the times of the artist, and then exploring the art. So it talks about how this artist did a lot of fabric work. I don't have fabric, so we switched it to work for us. We used construction paper. So this is the one that I created. We wanted to create some kind of pattern or mountain display or something and use, in this case, paper in different ways to make a bold display. So I used white with light pink. My oldest he used blue and yellow, I think, and my youngest did black and white. So it was just a fun way to explore art just a little bit. And then week 3, again, a picture study, exploring the techniques of the artist, and then the exploring the art. This is probably the one that we did not do as well as we could have. My idea, so you look at this spider sculpture that this artist had made, which was creepy and crazy, it was enormous. And so it tells you how you can do that. I wanted to try to skim this down a little bit, and so we used a foil ball with clay on the outside, like air dry clay, and then use clay or pipe cleaners for the legs. This is what my youngest did. So again, this is kind of, he went off on his own and created this little being. But it's cute and it works, and it made him sit down and be creative for a little bit. And then week 4, again, picture study, exploring rabbit trails inspired by the artist, and then exploring with art. So this, it wanted you to make a shadow box to hold pictures or other things that are important. Luckily, when we were doing this, it was right around Valentine's Day. So I went to Michael's and they had these Valentine's Day boxes. And so I got 3 of them. At that point, they were already 50% off. So I think I got them for like $2 each. I got some really fun packs of stickers. We have other than really cool pens. This is how I did mine. Just cute and bright and fun. I was the only one that made mine like this. Each of ours were so different. My youngest, he got googly eyes and glued down eyeballs all over it, which was really fun. And then my oldest, he decided to draw his own art on it, and it came out so cool. So I love that each of ours was so different and unique, and just kind of, it just made us sit down and be creative. So that is how it goes for all of the artist studies. You have 4 weeks where there's a picture study, exploring the life of the artist. This page continues exploring the life of the artist, and then doing some art on your own. So we are really enjoying this setup. It is not overly complicated. It is easy to do in the set amount of time that we have. There's been a couple of the projects like this where we didn't finish this all in one sitting, but later on when we're doing read alouds and stuff like that, they can easily pull them back out and finish it. And you can see that is how it continues through the rest of the curriculum. All right, so I hope that was helpful. As you can see, we are really enjoying it, and we are looking forward to continuing it this year and into next year, and just kind of play around with art. As always, if you like this type of video or anything else that I post here on this channel, make sure to like and subscribe down below, and I'll be back for more soon.